Hello and welcome to the Third and Long podcast, the only podcast for NFL punters. I'm your host, Grant Lee. Third and Long podcast is brought to you by Little Birdie TV, topsport.com.au, Punting Form, and the home of stand-up comedy, The Comics Lounge. Time to introduce Nick Tedeschi, my BFF pro punter and the master behind his tips package to the house. Toprope, welcome and happy Thanksgiving. How are you, mate?
I'm very excited to be here, Grant. We Thanksgiving in the US, turkey, the stuffing. I think I'll celebrate by ducking out and getting a Zinger box for lunch.
Beautiful. So now this is the time where we introduce our lovely friend Jerry Jones. But being Thanksgiving in America, we cannot get a hold of him. So I dare say he's had a massive spread and mac and cheese and yams and all the good stuff. And hopefully Jerry can join us later in the show. And Toprope, you can probably tell by my voice, mate, it's going a little bit husky. And some people would think that that's because of the Cowboys losing at halftime to the Giants. No, that's not the case. My 10-year-old basketball team are playing in the finals this week, and they thought they were going to walk around training like Michael Jordan, mate. So I spent the whole night yelling at a group of 10-year-olds, and now my voice is quite husky, I must say.
I like it, Grant. It's always nice to hear a husky voice at the end of the line. But look, well played to you. You've waited until there were 10. I've been running around yelling at a bunch of 6-year-olds playing touch footy. So, such is life.
Mate, with this husky voice, we could start a 1-800 number, but we'll worry about that later. So let's jump straight into it. The Packers are now out of the playoff race. There's no doubt about that. Aaron Rodgers has hurt his thumb. Is it now time to sit Aaron Rodgers out for the remainder of the year and see what they've got with Jordan Love?
I think you need Aaron Rodgers to play. I don't absolutely no way can you sit him and just have him on the sideline there bitching and moaning and carrying on like he does. It's going to cause more disruption than not. I'm pretty low on Jordan Love in the first place, so I wouldn't be that keen to see him anyway. But I do think, if the busted thumb, you need to send him for surgery. He needs to be injured. He needs to be, of the belief that he's not playing because he's hurt, not because he's not playing so they can get a look at the other guy. So I think the general answer to that is no. Keep playing if he wants to keep playing.
So I was watching the telecast over the weekend, and Sean Payton once again was dropping hints about coming back in coaching and how he's got the hunger for it and stuff. Where do you see Sean Payton falling if he was to coach next year?
Oh, that's one of the most loaded questions I've heard. There's only one club he's going to, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. I would not put it past the other Jerry Jones to sack Mike McCarthy, even if the Cowboys were to win the Super Bowl this year, just to get Sean Payton back in the building. So, and you know what, it would be the right move. So, I think Sean Payton will be arriving at Dallas in the pretty near future.
It would be an absolute Christmas miracle if that was to happen, and I would be the happiest man of all. And I've got 3 amazing children, so you would think I would already be happy, but no. Anyway, so Patrick Mahomes, superstar. We already know this. He has now won 25 straight games in November and December. He's leading the league in touchdowns and passing yards. Can Patty Mahomes get any more better than this?
No, and not only is he racking up these huge numbers and getting the W's, he's just bloody exciting to watch. There are a few better players that I can recall in my lifetime who, at their peak have been as enjoyable watching as Patrick Mahomes. He's that brilliant combination of, he's got the arm, got the power, got the smarts and the finesse, got the legs. It just combines the best of everyone. So I don't think we've seen his best yet either. So it's an absolute pleasure to watch Patrick Mahomes.
You cannot give him any time at all. It's amazing. It's outstanding. He's the reason why he is the face of the game at the moment, and the game's so popular around the world. So here's a stat for you. The game this weekend against Denver and Carolina, the total is 35 points. This is one of the lowest totals in the past 20 years. Can you believe the fall from grace for Russell Wilson, Toprope?
It's turning out to be one of the worst trades of all time. The whole given up for Russell Wilson. I saw a great stat the other day. which you'll appreciate, Grant. Russell Wilson has more bathrooms in his house than he has touchdown passes thrown this year. So,
wow,
that's saying a fair bit, seeing as we're up to week 12. So, well done to him. He's got the 12 bathrooms in the house. So, good luck to him. But no, it's been diabolical this year, and not only have we got one of the lowest totals of the last 20 years. I'm not sure if we'll get to that game or not, but that has got underwritten all over it.
And with a wife like that, no wonder you can't focus on football, truly. Incredible. So the New York Jets players were informed that Zach Wilson will not be starting against the Chicago Bears. Zach Wilson only completed 9 passes last weekend, and here's a stat for you. Derrick Henry has the same amount of touchdown passes as Zach Wilson. What is the future for Zach?
Canadian Football League's looking at the future for Zach. Maybe a bit of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers or Calgary Stampeders, something like that. So, no, I don't think the Jets foresaw, or obviously they didn't, that they would be on the hunt for a quarterback as quickly as they are after drafting number 2. But I don't know there's really a road back here. Not only is his play bad, his fundamentals bad, as his coach said, but he pretty much lost his teammates at the press conference afterward, not taking any accountability for the loss. This Jets defense has put them in position for a potential playoff run ending that long drought. So, I don't think we'll see Zach Wilson again this year, bar injury to Mike White. But I don't see him playing for the Jets. He's got a trade to Carolina or something like that written all over it, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. He's a bit cocky and arrogant too, which is not one of my favorite things. But one of my favorite things on the weekend was a massive win by the Dallas Cowboys over the Vikings. Do you think now that the Cowboys should be Super Bowl favourites, Toprope?
Not about Super Bowl favourites, but you will recall, Ben, I've been on the Cowboys for much of this year, and certainly, as much as I despise them, will be certainly financially beneficial if they keep on rolling. So I would just wish the Philadelphia Eagles weren't in their division, so that the Cowboys would climb to the top. But no, I think the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC East. I know the Eagles are on top, but I'd rather be in the Cowboys than any of the other 3 teams. So Super Bowl favourites, no. NFC probably second or third line of betting, I think.
Totally agree with you there, Toprope. So Ron Rivera has announced that Taylor Heinicke will be the starter going forward in Washington. Does this mean we've seen the last of Carson Wentz? Will we see him anywhere else after this?
That announcement should have been like me announcing that grass is green. Like, seriously, there's absolutely no way they could go to Carson Wentz. Heinicke has done an outstanding job in Washington. The term game manager is a fairly loaded kind of phrasing for a quarterback, but that's exactly what Washington needed. He's done a great job at it. So I think they've covered 11 of 13 games with him as the starting quarterback. Wentz has done a Washington. I think Wentz has a really bad combination of a shitty personality combined with an ordinary arm. And I think that doesn't really wash all that well in the NFL. So he might find himself in another destination soon, but I think a career as a backup quarterback is looming large.
So Sam Darnold will be the starting quarterback for the Panthers against the Broncos this week. Is this the final chance for Sam to make it in the NFL?
Well, you'd think so, except for the fact he plays for the Carolina Panthers. His competition is Baker Mayfield and PJ Walker, and they just seem to rotate through the 3 at a whim. So, Darnold's proven to be another bad quarterback choice from the New York Jets. I'm sure they weren't anticipating for a quarterback only a couple of years after drafting him as well. So, I just don't see. Darnold's just too free and loose with the ball. You just cannot get away with that in the NFL. And there's too many good backup quarterbacks out there now, or quarterbacks looking for a chance, who, like a Taylor Hunt here, who just manage the game better, who just have the maturity to do it. I'm not sure Darnold does.
So what are the 49ers going to do with Jimmy G at the end of the season? He's now in the top 3 quarterbacks on third downs. The Niners are 49-19 when Jimmy starts. He is a free agent at the end of the season. What would you do, Toprope, if you were the Niners GM?
No, I wouldn't have drafted Trey Lance if I had a time machine. So I might be proven wrong on that one. There's certainly upside there, but I'm not big on taking projects with the number 3 pick. I'd rather find a bit more of a lock there. I'd be keeping Jimmy G. He obviously will only stay if he is named the starter, which will not happen. So I think at the end of the day, he's going to walk and probably deserves to walk with the blessings of the 49ers. They drafted Lance, they put him in this situation. He's done a very, very good job this year in I guess, swallowing his pride and then kind of sitting out and then coming back and taking on this role. So well done to him. He's going to have another player front on his hands, on his resume. I think I could see him at the New York Jets next year. I could see him in a team on the verge of contention. And controversial call. A return to New England is not off the cards for mine.
Thank you for that, Toprope. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to try and find Jerry and get him out of that Thanksgiving Day wine. We'll be back after the break with To the House. Welcome back, and now it's time to take it to the house. Brought to you by topsport.com.au, family owned and operated for 35 years. Bet with a bookie you can trust. Bet with topsport.com.au. So now it's time to head over to the bookie wrap, and wow, look at those favourites there, Toprope. Once again, a massive week.
Yeah, favourites getting the job done. Good for multi-punters, 11 of 14 lob, but they weren't doing much in terms of the covers, just 8 of 14. Their total went 6-6. Home teams covered just 4 of 12, so a lot of road favourites winning, but probably not covering last week. Seen favourites hit this year at 60%. That's about 10% shorter than what you'd like to see. That's obviously filtering down to the line. We're seeing the dogs cover at 57% this year. The over is hitting at just 43%, so another good year for unders punters, and home teams 51%. So, you want to be an unders punter, you want to be a dog punter this year.
Wow, that's a lot of home favourites losing last week. I didn't even notice that till I just looked in. So Toprope, take us to the house, mate. How did your tips go for week 11?
Yeah, just 2 of 5 last week. Could have been a little bit better. The Titans-Packers game went over late there. The Rams-Saints game was looking good as well, and that went over late. And then we've got the Jets-New England game under 6 points with 7 seconds to go, so never in doubt there. The Vegas-Denver game got up there, so we finished under there, even with that touchdown overtime. And the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game did not get close. We missed that by a grand total of 26 points there. So, marginally behind, but nothing too damaging there.
So let's take a quick peek at Jerry's shoebox. He had one of those weeks where he's got 3 winners and 2 losers. Pretty solid week there for his pot there. Would you say, Toprope?
Yeah, it did. Well, it's always good if you can get more winners than losers, no doubt about that. And the Panthers look like they want to cover that whole game, and they did in the end. The Colts got the job done there against the Eagles, and the Cowboys, no worries there against the Vikings, and missed out on the Texans and the Giants.
Would have been nice to see Jerry's tips on Thanksgiving, but he's not with us once again. Thank you, Jerry. We miss you. We love you. Anyway, let's jump straight into our games for Week 12, Toprope. We're lucky enough to have 7, even though we've got 3 today for Thanksgiving, which are happening as we speak. But let's jump straight into match number 1, Cincinnati at Tennessee, Monday, 5 a.m. ESPN. The line, Bengals -2, and the total is 43. So the Titans are 8-2 against the spread, which means they are undervalued. They have missed a total of 160 games with injured players, which is second most in the league. The Bengals are the most underrated team in the comp, in my mind, and they have had over 400 plus yards in the last 4 games. What say you on this one, Toprope?
Yeah, I lean towards Bengals here. I'm giving a small bet on the Bengals. Burrow's covered 15 of 17 off a cover. He's covered 14 of his last 17 overall. Down with a lot of injuries, covered 10 of against the winning team. Always mindful of betting against Mike Vrabel, one of the best coaches in the NFL, but leaning towards the Bengals here. Best bet in this game, though, is the under. The under is 19-5 this year, and there's a road favourite of less than a field goal. The Bengals have gone under the total in 26 of 35 on the road in 8 of 10 for a win, and the Titans have gone under 8 of 9 at home. So, I like the under here a lot, and we're betting the Bengals as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Toprope. Let's jump straight into match number 2. It's Baltimore at Jacksonville, Monday, 5 a.m. ESPN. The line is Ravens minus 3.5, and the total is 43.5. So the Ravens didn't play very well offensively last week against the Panthers. Lamar Jackson wasn't at his normal speed and running, especially after the bye. The Jags have shown some improvements, but look, Jacksonville will have more of a pop than Carolina at home this week, but will it be enough?
Yeah, don't have a huge view on the side here. Road favourites of a TD or less off a bye, 44, 29-1. Lamar covered 11 of 16 against the spread on extended rest, but not a huge play here. But we'll be betting the under reasonably hard here. Under 45 and 21 when there's a road favourite. This year, 77 and 59, there's a non-division home dog with 3.5 or more. Baltimore, big under 10 on the road, 14 and 6. The Jags, 25 and 10 under at home, backing down this one.
Beautiful. Let's hit straight into match number 3. It's Tampa Bay at Cleveland, Monday, 5 a.m., 7 mate. The line is Bucks minus 3. The total is 43. Look, I feel that Tampa Bay have now got a running game. Last week they had 161 rushing yards against the Seahawks. The Buccaneers do have full control of the NFC South again with Tom Brady. Coach Jacoby Brissett, what can we say? This will possibly be his last game as we get ready to bring Deshaun Watson back. Who are you backing on this one, Toprope?
Yeah, actually, in a rare spot of liking a favourite here. I'll be backing the Bucks. Brady 7-1 against the spread off a bye, on a favourite of 7 or less. 35-19-4 against the spread with extended rest. Cleveland covered a 6 of 20 off allowing 30 plus. So I don't think they're a very good side. I don't think they're particularly well coached. I think there's a bit of drama is probably the wrong word, but a bit unsettling with Watson coming back soon. So I'll be back in the Bucks minus 3.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see what happens if the talk is cheap with all the people in Twitter land when Deshaun comes back. So let's jump into match number 4, and this will be match of the week in your household. Toprope, I dare say. New Orleans at San Francisco, Monday, 8:25 a.m. on 7 mate. The line is a whopping 49ers minus 9.5, and the total is 44. So, look, the Saints sprung many leaks last week against the run, and they're also struggling in the red zone. The Niners defense can rattle Andy Dalton, and I'm pretty sure it will. Will Christian McCaffrey basically smash another familiar NFC South foe?
You don't want to be struggling against the run when you come out against the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, Christian McCaffrey, and Elijah Mitchell at the moment. So big matchup problems here for the Saints. Like you've nailed it all there. Yeah, Andy Watson gets rattled at a light breeze. So watching the 49ers, front four come at him is going to be cause all kinds of grief there. Got a bit of 49ers here, covered 6 of 8 at home, 4 or 5 against a losing team. There's some angles here that give the Saints a chance, including, big favourites have a pretty poor record this year, but I've got to be with the Niners. But best bet in this one, the under. Yeah, the Niners are a huge under team, 13-5 under in the last 18, 6-2 off a win. The under is 15-7 when the Saints are off a win, 5-1 on the play winning team. Can't see the Saints scoring many points. The Niners will score enough and kind of see a a 27-7 kind of game.
Wonderful, mate. Thank you. And I will be putting that straight into my topsport.com.au betting account, mate, because that was one I was going to ask you off the air, but we've all shared it together. So thank you, Toprope. Now, match number 5, LA Rams at Kansas City, Monday, 8:25 a.m. on ESPN. And look at this one, Toprope, a whopping -15 for the Chiefs, and the total is 42. So, look, the Rams offense keeps breaking down. They're consistently just really struggling. And now it looks like Matthew Stafford will be joining Cooper Kupp on the shelf. The Chiefs are looking like everyone's new Super Bowl pick, and they're definitely mine. I've got a feeling this is going to be an absolute blowout. What say you, Toprope?
Yeah, on faith day, it certainly looks that way. I can't remember a defending Super Bowl champion so early in the season being such a huge dog, but totally understandable why. They've just released Darrell Henderson. They've got absolutely no running game at the moment. They've got injuries on the offensive line. Stafford's hurt now. Cooper Kupp's gone down for the year. So got to be the Chiefs. Only gives you pause is the bad record of big favourites this year and the particularly bad record of the Chiefs covering at home, and off a win, they always seem to do just enough. So, lean towards the Chiefs, not a lot of confidence.
So if I do recall, we did say on this show, on our very first show, that the LA Rams would miss the playoffs, and we did cop quite a bit of hate on social media for it. And, mate, once again, I think we've picked another winner for the year. So sorry to all the haters out there, but bang. Anyway, let's jump into match number 6. Green Bay at Philadelphia, Monday, 12:20 p.m. ESPN. The line, Eagles -6.5. The total is 46.5. Look, the Packers have been a bad road team this season, and now it's come out that Aaron Rodgers has got a broken thumb. Philadelphia got away with another slow starting game against the Colts that the Colts should have pipped them. The Eagles have held opponents under 20 points in the last 5 out of their last 6 games. Where do we put our money on this one, Toprope?
Yeah, leaning towards the Packers here, actually. I've been lower on the Eagles than most have this year. Obviously been proven wrong time and time again, but you just think against the Colts last week. Rodgers does his best work with his back against the wall. Also does it when the lights are shining brightly, covered 12 or 15 at night, covered 6 of 8 as a dog of 6 or more, covered 44-25 and 1 against the spread record off a loss. So one angle that really has me against Philadelphia here. Teams with a great winning record, Cup won 90% of their games or more, November onwards. They are 69, 97 and 6 against the spread. So Eagles have covered just 1 of the last 5 against the losing team. I just think this is too big. I'll go with the Packers.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, Borco, cue up the Monday night theme, mate, because here we go. Match number 7, Monday Night Football, Pittsburgh at Indianapolis, Tuesday, 12:15 p.m. ESPN. The line is Colts -2.5. The total is 38.5. So the Steelers will try and rattle Matt Ryan with TJ Watt and company, which I'm pretty sure they will do. Kenny Pickett steps into another tough defensive matchup. The Colts are looking like day and night with the new coach, Jeff Saturday. He is on fire. Can the Colts steal a Monday night victory, Toprope?
Yeah, I don't think so. Leaning towards the Steelers. Tomlin's got a pretty good record as an underdog, particularly later in the season. Tend to bounce back off bad defensive efforts. So leaning towards Pittsburgh getting some points, but maybe the bet of the week. Definitely the total of the week at any rate is the under in this game. 61 and 34 the under, and the total is 40 or less. You just do not go low enough. 46, 20 and 1 when the Steelers are on the road. 6 and 1 when the Colts are at home. They've won under in 14 of their last 16. Neither team plays offense. Both teams are pretty good defensively. Give me the under in this one.
So thank you for all your insight once again, Toprope. And for all the punters out there, head to the Little Birdie shop and you can find Topropes to the house for his tip package each week for $22. You'll find Jerry's to the shoebox as well. And guys, if you want to show off to your mates and make them think that you know everything about the NFL, what what Toprope has just been explaining. Head, buy his picks, jump on board, and let's get ready for a big Christmas and win some money. So, Toprope, this is the moment where I eat a bit of humble pie, mate. We'll get into the charity picks. I was 2 games up. I've lost 2 in a row, and now we're on even, mate. We're all 6 and 5. So, how did you go last week with your charity pick?
It was 0 sweat watch, the under 39 in the Jets Pats, 3-all with 7 seconds to go. So, very easy watch.
I am telling you, I'm over the Texans. You
and me both. They've cost me a lot of money this year.
Oh, they have cost me so much. And the Jags as well. Both of them can go burn. I'm over it. But anyway, Jerry had a win as well. So he picked the Panthers plus 13.5. So congratulations on that one, Jerry. So for week 12, Toprope, who have you got?
I have gone with the Commanders -4. I'm loving this Tyler Heineke play at the moment. I think they're running the ball exceptionally well. I don't think Atlanta is as good as advertised. Covers 4-4. I'm going to give me Washington.
So I've gone back to the well, mate, and I've taken Seattle -3.5. There was a couple others that I really liked, but hopefully the Birds can get me back on the winning track, because if I lose these charity bets, I tell you, I'm out. I'm not hosting next year. I'm going back to plumbing. So, yeah, I've just had a message from Jerry all the way from Thanksgiving in Miami, and he's let me know that he wants the Jags plus 4.5. So good luck with that one, Jerry, and hopefully, mate, save us some turkey. And, well, you know, we don't get to celebrate that down here, mate. We just go to Coles and buy ourselves a roast chicken. But all good. Anyway, let's jump straight into the 3rd and long ankle breakers competition. For everyone that doesn't know, this is your chance to win some signed memorabilia. I've seen the frames and the helmets on display, and guys, you want to get into this competition because they're outstanding. So our winner for week 11 was Mike Ty. He tipped the Chiefs by 7 points. So congratulations there, son, and you'll go into the running for a prize. So, ladies and gentlemen, the competition for this week is Week 12's match, Green Bay Packers at Philadelphia, Monday, 12:30 p.m. on ESPN. How you enter, it's quite simple. You just pick the team that you think is going to win and the margin. So, for example, I think Philadelphia is going to win by 3. I go and put that on my socials plus our socials. So it's Twitter at Little Birdie TV and at 3rd and Long TV. So to qualify, put three or more friends in there. Just enter 1 tip per week. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. So, Toprope, it's that moment, mate, where we sign off. And that's a wrap for show number 12. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, head to thelittlebirdie.live to subscribe to all the tips packages through Jerry and Toprope. You can follow us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter and Insta at Little Birdie TV, at 3rd and Long TV. And Toprope, thank you, mate, once again. And remember, for all your punting action, head to topsport.com.au. Invest wisely, punters. Enjoy week 12. Happy Thanksgiving, and we love you. Good night.